How many games will the Baltimore Ravens win in 2023? What's going on, guys and Ravens fans? It's Emmanuel Jones here, back at with another NFL record prediction. And this time we'll be doing the Baltimore Ravens record prediction for a 2023 NFL season. I'll give you my thoughts, my game-by-game analysis to see which games I think the Ravens will win and which games I think the Ravens are going to lose. So before I give you my record prediction for the Baltimore Ravens in 2023, don't forget to put the thumbs up to like the video, subscribe to my channel for more options, and don't forget to comment down your opinion below to see how good do you think the Ravens are going to do. Do you think they're going to make the playoffs? Do you think they're going to win the division, or do you think they're going to miss out on the playoffs? Let me know in the comment section below what you think. All right, let's go and get started. So week 1, they play at home versus the Houston Texans. Obviously, they should beat the Texans because the Texans, they're going to be dealing with some learning curves because they have a new quarterback in C.J. Stroud, new coaching staff. It's a new culture. So, yeah, especially I don't trust a rookie quarterback on the road, especially against a good defense like the Ravens. I think the Ravens defense is going to find a way to confuse the rookie quarterback. And then the Texans defense they did improve a little bit, but I didn't think they didn't do much to improve their team a little bit. So I think the Ravens can do enough offensively, moving the ball against them and all that. So, yeah. And on top of that, the Ravens, Texans won't have an answer for OBJ, Zay Flowers, a rookie, Mark Andrews. Those guys, they're going to do a good job, making big. Lamar's going to do a good job, making big plays down the field and all that. Maybe a couple first downs. So, yeah. So, and on top of that, the Ravens are the more complete team, have the better quarterback, better coaching staff. They're at home. So, yeah. So, that's an easy win for Baltimore. Week 2, they have to play on the road versus Cincinnati Bengals. Obviously, I got them losing the first game against the Bengals because the game is in Cincinnati, and Cincinnati, is always a tough place to play at, though, because it's Joe Burrow at home and all that, and Cincinnati, they just kind of have a feeling that they kind of own the Ravens a little bit. So, yeah. So I think Cincinnati wins that game. So they're 1-1 right now. But now week 3, they have to play at home versus the Indianapolis Colts. Obviously, they should easily beat the Colts because the Colts going to be doing some learning because they have a new quarterback, Anthony Richardson, new coaching staff, a new culture, again, like the Texans. Anthony Richardson, he's raw. I just get it, but I just don't think he's that great, though. I feel like he may not be ready for year 1. Maybe. So, yeah. And the Colts, they're pretty talented on both sides of the ball. I feel like their defense is a little bit overrated, but their offense is a little bit overrated as well. So I think the Ravens can do a good job, on both sides of the ball, having success. I think Lamar can do a good job, and especially the Ravens offense do a good job, moving the ball, down the field, spreading the defense out. And I kind of feel like that, the defense is going to find a way to confuse the rookie quarterback. They'll do a good job slowing down the run. So, yeah. And also, Ravens are just a more complete team, better quarterback, better coaching staff. They're at home. So, yeah. So that's easy win for the Ravens. So they're 2-1 right now. Week 4, they have to play on the road against the Cleveland Browns. Obviously, I got them lose week 4 and week 5. They have to play against the Cleveland Browns and the Steelers. Now, they got to be on the road against those teams. So, I actually got them losing the first game to the Browns because, the Browns have really played the Ravens tough. And they kind of match up well with the Ravens pretty good on paper because they have I feel like they did improve their defensive line to stop the run. Their secondary is solid, which I think they'll find a way to defend the pass. And I think they'll find a way to handle business against the Ravens receivers. And then they have a good offensive line that can really control the Ravens pass rush. So I think they can do a good job blocking your front. And because I kind of remember that one game where the Browns, won that game with and they beat Tyler Huntley. But I think this is different. This is going to be Lamar versus Deshaun this time. So I think Deshaun's going to have a good game here. So I think the Browns win that game here, week 4. So that's 2-2. And then week 5, they have to play against the Steelers. I got them losing the first matchup, though, against the Steelers. So they're going to drop 2 in a row here because they're on the road. And, the reason why I just got them losing to the Steelers is because, the Steelers just play the Ravens tough. They just play the Ravens tough every year. Because they kind of own the Ravens. And on top of that, their defense, matches up well with the Ravens pretty good. Because I feel like they have a good pass rush that can really get pressure on Lamar Jackson. And then, their secondary is solid, which I think they can defend they can stop the pass, contain the receiver and all that. So yeah, I think the Steelers should win that game. So they're 2-3 right now, not looking good. But now week 6, they have to play versus the Tennessee Titans. Now this is a game that can go either way. Now I kind of call it a trap game though because Tennessee has played the Ravens tough for many years ago. But I don't think Tennessee is going to be a good team this year. So yeah, but I kind of feel like they can match up well with the Ravens pretty good, but I just kind of have a feeling that they don't, though. They kind of do because their defense because they have played the Ravens tough for, many years ago. But I think it can go either way, but I want to take the Titans here, but I'm just going to go ahead and just take the Ravens to win this game because I just don't think that they're going to lose. I don't think they're going to drop 3 in a row because that'll be really crazy to see them drop 3 in a row, and I don't think it's going to happen, though. I just kind of feel like they're going to win this game here because I just feel like Baltimore is just a more complete team. They have a better coaching staff, better quarterback. And I don't know who's playing quarterback for the Titans, whether it's going to be Will Levis or either Will Levis, Ryan Tannehill, or could be Malik Willis. Titans have the better. I mean, a rookie versus a good defense like the Ravens, no way. I mean, the Ravens defense, it can match up well with the Titans really good. I think they can do a good job stopping their running game. They can defend their passing game is really good because Titans don't have any good receivers. So I think Tennessee has the better I feel like the Ravens do have the better receiving core in this game. Now, if D-Hop joins the team, I might change my prediction. So, yeah. I think this game right here is going to be very close, and it will be competitive, but I think the Ravens win this game. All right, so now they're 3-3 right now. Now, week 7, they have to play against the Lions. Now, this is a game that can go either way. Now, some people might pick the Lions to win because they think the Lions are going to be good. But if this game is in Detroit, I might go with the Lions here. But since this game's in Baltimore, I'm going to go with the Ravens here because I just kind of really feel like that, the Ravens are just – I just kind of feel like that the Ravens can do enough on defense to, slow down the Lions' offense and their rushing attack. And they can do a good job, in the secondary, defending the receivers. And then I think they can do enough offensively to move the ball against the Lions' defense, which I think their pass rush is kind of lacking a little bit. So I think their offensive line can do a good job, controlling that, which I think, their defense is probably going to give Jared Goff a tough time. So, yeah, because Jared Goff isn't good against good defenses. So, yeah. But I think that, and on top of that, Ravens are at home. They have the better coaching staff, better quarterback. So, yeah. So I think this game will be close and competitive. But I think the Lions find a way to win that game. So I think they can come away with it. So they're sitting at 4-3 right now, looking pretty good. The next game, Week 8, they have to play versus the Cardinals on the road. They should easily beat the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals, are probably going to look to be one of the worst teams in the league. Their offensive line is not good. The defensive line is putrid. I mean, we don't know if Kyler Murray is going to play this year, so that's challenging. So, yeah. So, even if he does play, I don't think it matters, though, because the Ravens, they're just a more complete team and have the better quarterback, better coaching staff. So, yeah. So, without that being said, that's going to lead to a Ravens win. So they're 5-3 right now. So now next game, they have to play versus the Seattle Seahawks. Now, this is an interesting game, though. Now, if this game was being played in Seattle, I might go with the Seahawks here. But some people are picking the Seahawks to win because they think the Seahawks are going to be good this year, and their talent is very underrated. But I feel like this game right here is going to be close, though, and I think it will be competitive. I'm going to go with the Ravens here to win this game because I just kind of really feel like that the Ravens, can do enough on defense to like at least like slow down the Seahawks running game, and they can do a good job, getting pressure on Geno, force him into some mistakes. And I think their secondary can do a good job, handling business against Seahawks receivers and all that. So, yeah, they can force them to run the ball and all that. So, yeah, especially the Seahawks' young secondary versus the Ravens receivers. I mean, that's going to be a challenge in this game. So, I feel like Lamar Jackson can do enough to throw the ball in the air against their secondary. So, yeah. And on top of that, the Ravens are at home. They have the better quarterback. And I just think they're just a more complete team. So, yeah. So, without that being said, it will be close this time. But I think the Ravens find a way to pull it out. Maybe I say they win by a touchdown or a field goal. So that's 4-3, 3-3, 4-3, 5-3, 6-3. So that's 6-3 right now. So that's looking pretty good. So week 10, they have to play against the Cleveland Browns. Obviously, they split with the Browns, so they're going to win this game here. I mean, Baltimore, they're at home, and they're just a more complete team. I feel like they are the better team. And then, they have better coaching staff. They're at home. And also, I just think they have the better quarterback. Look, I think Lamar Jackson is better than Deshaun Watson. I think both these quarterbacks are similar to each other. So, yeah. So, I think the Ravens, should win that game. So, obviously, they're on a 5-game winning streak. Looking pretty good. So, that's 3-3, 4. So, 7-3. So, looking pretty good. Now, week 11, they have to play at home again on a Thursday night. On a short week, they got to play against the Cincinnati Bengals. Obviously, they should split with the Bengals. So, I give them the win right here because I just kind of feel like Baltimore kind of owns the Bengals a little bit. And I think Lamar Jackson is going to put up a show here and all that in this game. So, yeah. And also, they match up well with the Bengals pretty good on paper. So, yeah, I think the defense is going to give Joe Burrow some issues. And I think Joe Burrow is going to be rattled in this game. So, yeah, I think the Ravens win this game here at home. So obviously, their record is okay. So that's like 2-2, 2-3, 3-3, 4-3, 5-3, 6. So they're 8-3 right now on a 6-game winning streak, which that's pretty good. But now I think week 12, where it gets kind of a little bit trickier, they have to play against the Chargers on the road. Now, this is a game right here that can go either way, but some people are kind of really picking the Ravens to win this game because the Chargers, can't really stop the run really good. And then sometimes the Chargers don't really know how to defend mobile quarterbacks. I mean, I kind of remember from 2 years ago when they played against the Ravens in Baltimore, they couldn't find a way to defend Lamar Jackson. But I think this game is going to be a little bit closer than we expected to. But Justin Herbert, now it was played in Baltimore last time, and Herbert really, really struggled in that game. So I think as long as they keep it close, I think the Chargers, I think it will be competitive though. But if this game's in Baltimore, I might go with the Ravens. But given that the game's in LA, I am going to say that I'm going to say the Chargers are going to pull off the upset. I just think, even though I think the Ravens are a better team, I think the Chargers are going to pull off the upset. I just kind of feel like that the Chargers are just a way more better. I just kind of feel like they match up well with the Ravens. Pretty good on paper. They have a good secondary. I mean, their defense is pretty good, which I think they're built to beat the Ravens because I think they can find a way to match up well with the Ravens receivers. I think their pass rush is going to give the Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson some fits. So I feel like Herbert's going to put up a show here, and I think they can do enough on the offensive line to block their front. So yeah, I think it will be close, but I think the Chargers are going to end the Ravens winning streak right here and win this game. So they're heading toward the bye week. After the bye week, they I just kind of really feel like that, after the bye week, I just kind of feel like they're going to have extra time to prepare and watch film, If everyone's rested, it's a bye week, though, because they got to prepare for their next game. So I'm going to look at their record right now. So they're 8-4 right now, ahead of the bye week. So they have extra time to prepare and watch film. So I think they have to So next game after the bye, they have to play at home versus the LA Rams. Obviously, they should get their revenge on the Rams. They should win this game right here after the bye because they'll have extra time to prepare and they're well rested. And they should be able to win this game against the Rams because, I don't think the Rams are going to be pretty good this year. I feel like their offensive line is not good. Their defensive line is not as good as it was in the past. So I think the Ravens should have success moving the ball against them. And I feel like, this could definitely be the OBJ revenge game. I think OBJ is going to have a good game here. I think Mark Andrews will. And I just kind of feel like that, the defensive line is going to give Matthew Stafford some fits. And I don't think the Ravens are going to blow this game like they did 2 years ago. I think the defense is going to give the Rams offense issues. And I think their secondary can match up well with the Rams receiving core. So, yeah. I think the Ravens, I think it will be a little bit closer, but I think the Ravens are going to find a way to win this game at home. And on top of that, they're at home. They have the better quarterback. And there's a more complete team. So, yeah, the Ravens should bounce back and win this game. So, that, leads you to 9-4, I believe. So, yeah. The next game they have to play, Week 15, they play against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Obviously, this is a game right here that can go either way. But some people might pick the Ravens to win and get their revenge on Jacksonville because the Ravens blew that game last year. But if this game is in Baltimore, I might roll with the Ravens here. But I think Jacksonville is going to be a decent team again this year. I feel like they're kind of a little bit underrated here. So I'm going to take. So by the way, I'm going to take Jacksonville to win this game because I just kind of feel like Jacksonville. I feel like Trevor Lawrence is going to do enough against the Ravens defense to make some big plays. And I think their offensive line is pretty solid. I think they can do enough to control their pass rush. And I think their defense is probably going to give Lamar Jackson and his Ravens offense some fits. So yeah, I think Jacksonville, finds a way to win this game at home. But I think it will be closer than last time. But I think Jacksonville will find a way to win this game in a shootout. Next game, week 16, they have to play against the San Francisco 49ers on Christmas. Now this game right here can definitely go either way. But now, if this game's in Baltimore, I might roll the Ravens. But given that this game's in San Francisco and it's a road game, I actually got them losing again and dropping 2 in a row. So I got them losing to the 49ers is because I just think San Francisco is just a more complete team. And on top of that, I just kind of feel like that San Francisco can match up well with the Ravens pretty good on paper. I mean, they have a good front four that can really give the Ravens offensive line and Lamar Jackson some issues. They can get after Lamar, and they're really good at stopping the run as well. So I feel like they can stop the running game because I don't think Baltimore has a running game. I think the Niners are better at running the football in this game. And I think, Brock Purdy, he can do enough on offense, to move. I feel like San Francisco is going to do a good job against the Ravens defense that can put the Ravens defense in a bad position. And then I think they have a good secondary that can really handle business. I think they can do a good job, finding their matchups against the Ravens receivers. So, yeah, I think this game right here is going to be a lot closer than we expected. But I think the Niners find a way to win this game here. But I say it will be a defensive game for sure. So that was 9-5, 9-6. So they're 9-6 right now. Then next game, week 17, they have to play against the Miami Dolphins. I think they're going to get their revenge on the Dolphins and find a way to win this game because I just kind of really feel like that they're not going to lose to the Dolphins three times in a row. They're not going to do it because they lost in Miami before, and then they lost at home against Miami. Because that's a game last year where Tua, went off in that game. Tyreek killed Tua. Tyreek killed Jalen Waddle went off in that game. Where Tua really threw for over 400 yards. I think it was 465 yards that he threw. So yeah, I kind of feel like the Ravens match up well with the Dolphins pretty good on paper. I feel like that their deep. I just kind of feel like Lamar Jackson can do enough to move the ball through the air against the Dolphins defense, which I think is a little bit overrated. And then I just feel like that their defense is not going to give a big play after big play like they did last year against Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. So, yeah, but if they do, then I think they're going to lose this game. But as long as they don't give up big plays, then I think they find a way to win that game. So, yeah, I think the Ravens win this game because I just think they're at home. They have the better coaching staff, better quarterback. And I just think they're just a more complete team. So, yeah, I think it's going to be closer than last time, but I think the Ravens find a way to win this game. So, they're 10-6 right now. And then last game, week 18, they have to play against Steelers at home. I think you'll split with the Steelers. So I give you the win right. So I give them the win right here. Because I just kind of feel like Baltimore, they just play the Steelers tough almost every year. And I just kind of feel like Baltimore is just a more complete team. And also they have the better quarterback and all that, and they're at home. So, yeah, that's pretty much why I think the Ravens win this game. So right now, I have them at 11-6. So I have 3-3 in division, 9-0 at home, 2-6 in away. 7-5 in the conference. Not looking bad at all. So I got them at 11-6 right now. I mean, I can see them being as good as 12-5, maybe 13-4. I feel like they have a high ceiling. I think their ceiling is probably going to be like, well, yeah. I don't know. So right now, I have the Ravens, in second division because I just kind of have questions about Lamar Jackson's health. So I just kind of feel like if everything goes right, I think the Ravens, I feel like their floor can be like 9 to 10 wins if Lamar Jackson, misses a couple games due to injury. So yeah. So I think 12, they could be good as 12-5, 13-4. So I think they're gonna go somewhere from maybe like 10 to 12 wins this year. So yeah, that's how I see it. So let me know in the comment section below what you think. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Let me know in the comment section below what you think. How good do you think the Ravens are going to be? It's Emmanuel Jones from Big Fan. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Peace.